Good morning, all. Online students, is my voice is clear? Could you please confirm? Okay. So let's start the session. So in the last class, we are discussing about the NumPy and pandas, and we have covered in depth about the pandas and how to select the data and how to do the various operations on the pandas. Now, in today's class, we are going to move on to the next topic called as SQL. Okay. Today we are going to start with the new topic called as SQL. Now, what is SQL? And so before starting the SQL, so the importance of SQL is any person, whoever is working on the data will be first initially stored somewhere. It has to be stored either in the Excel sheet or in the CSV file or in the database or cloud. So here, what are the data we are having? The data is of two types. One is called as structured data. Second one is called as unstructured data. What are the data we are having? The data will be of two types. First one is going to be the structured data, which is having a proper structure or which is in the tabular format. Second one is called as unstructured data. Basically, we are having two types of data. So in the structured data, who are working on the structured data, there are multiple jobs on structured data, and particularly which is related to us is data analytics. So data analytics is purely on the structured data only, and machine learning. These two jobs roles are particularly on the structured data. And if you want to work on the unstructured data, you have to go with the AI, right? Now coming to the data analytics. So since our course is data analytics, purely we are going to work only on the structured data. Now what is structured data means? Which is having a proper structure. Data which has proper structure is called as structured data. In bracket, tabular data. Why tabular data is called as structured data? Because it is having a proper structure. What is the meaning of proper structure? Means if there is a heading called as name of the person, we have to write name only. If the age of the person means we have to write age only. In the age, if you write SRK, and in the name, if you write some kind of 25, it is going to throw the, it is going to be the error. And we have to clean that one. We have to take it as a wrong data. Sir, why it has to be considered as a wrong data? Because it is not as per the syntax, as per the rule. What is the rule of this column is? In this column, every person should write the name only. That is the rule. When you are not following the rule, it is considered out of, and we consider it as a wrong data. And wrong data will be cleaned in the later, right? So now structured data. Now what are the structured data we are having, which is having a proper structure is called as structured data. And within the structured data, we are having one continuous, a continuous variable. A continuous variable is nothing but numerical data with decimal. Numerical data with decimal is called as continuous. A numerical data without continuous is called as count. Count data means a numerical data without decimal. And third one we are having is called as categorical. Categorical data. That is nothing but text data. And fourth one is called as time series data. Okay, total 4 types of data are there within the structured. One is continuous, count, categorical, and time series. Okay, numerical data with decimal and numerical data without decimal. So now let's first go with the numerical data without decimal, that is which is nothing but int type, or simply first let's start with this one, count type. Okay, let's start with the count. Now what is numerical data without decimal? What is the examples means? So in these examples, what are the column names are there? Na? Those columns cannot have the decimal values. That is not possible. Example, like roll number. Roll number will be either 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, like this. Roll number or serial number. 1.1, 1.2, roll numbers will not be there generally. Okay, roll numbers. Or to be more precise, number of mobiles. Number of. So count variable always go with the how many. How many, or which is nothing but number of. Like number of mobiles, number of textbooks, number of books, number of pens, number of cars. Wherever the number of comes or how many, it consists of count variable. That particular column cannot have, never it is possible to have the decimal. If, sir, there is a possibility, sir, then it comes under continuous. If there is a possibility of decimal for that particular column, your data set may not consist, but there is a possibility. For example, marks are there. Marks, for example, each student has got 65, 68, 74, 89, 96, 74, 79, something you got. Your data set consists of marks. Heading is marks, like 74, 79, 58, 92, 96, and 81, something you are having. In your data set, decimal values are not there, means marks will not have the decimal values. Sir. Marks, possibility of decimals are there. In your data set, it is not there. We should not fix based on the data. We have to fix based on the column name. Column name is having the possibility or not. Column name is also field name or variable name. Column is also called as variable, is also called as field. In SQL, we call it as field. We have to check whether the field is having the possibility of decimals or not. Like marks. Okay, salary. Salary, sir, salary of a person will be 15,000. Okay, in Indian currency it is 15,000. In America, you may have 15.25 also. Cents are also possible. Even in India, paisa is available only in the petrol bunk as of now. In the petrol bunk and in the medical shop, we are seeing that one. Of course, we are making round fare for that also. But paisa is still available in India. Right? So salary, or simply to say money. Whenever the money word comes, it comes under continuous. There is a continuous variable. Money always comes under continuous. And length, height, okay, weight. So weight of the person, if I ask weight of the person, what is your weight, means 68. One person will say 65, one person will say 56, one person will say 52, something. But whether decimals are not possible, means possible. Possibility is there. So weight also comes under continuous. Whichever the column can have the possibility of decimals, that column can be called as continuous. And second, these columns will make sense only when we consider them as an interval. When we analyze the data, only interval will make the sense. Individually not make the sense. For example, marks are there. How many students are with 56? How many students are with 57? How many students are with 58? Will not make any sense. Instead of that, 55 to 60 or 50 to 60 or 50 to 70. This will make the sense. Interval will make the sense rather than single value. For continuous variable, interval will make the sense. And when you are doing the analysis, in analysis, interval will make sense. Not with respect to single value. Whereas for count variable, during analysis, single value will make the sense. For example, number of mobile phones. How many students are having with one mobile phone? How many students are having two mobile phones exactly? How many students are with three mobile phones? Okay, So here single value will make the sense, will make sense. When you are doing the analysis, single value will make sense. Whereas during the analysis for continuous variable, interval will make the sense. Coming to the categorical, what are the categorical variable you are having? The categorical variable is nothing but text data. Like example, if you go with the gender, example for this one is gender. Okay, you can take as gender, or for example, yesterday we have worked on the tips data set. Gender is there, smoker is there, time is there, that is dinner or lunch. And we are having with respect to some other variables like days, Sunday, Friday, Saturday. All this comes under categorical, whichever is in the text. Within the structured data text. Sir, YouTube comments text only, but it is not in the structured data now. If it is in the structured data, which is in the tabular format, then it comes under categorical. Otherwise, it comes under unstructured data text. Okay. So what is the difference between structured data text versus unstructured data? Means whether it is in the tabular format, non-tabular format. In the tabular format, whatever that column you are having the text data, this is called as categorical. And each value within the each value of categorical column, each value or each unique value of categorical column, what are the categorical column you are having, is called as, each value of categorical column is called as category. One category. Multiple categories will be there. Is the point is clear? Like this examples, multiple examples, right? Next, coming to the time series. What are the next one we are having is called as time series. Now, what is time series means? The data which is in the time format, like in terms of date, time, like this. The data which is in the date and time format comes under data which has time, date and time is called as time series data. Example, the column date. Date is the column name. Right? Now, sir, for example, month is the column name. You are having month. In that month, you are having January. English letters January. February letters January. February month in English letters. March month in English letters. Then it comes under categorical. It doesn't comes under time variable. Time variable means which is like date format, which should be in the date format, which has date and time format. As everyone knows, date and time format, DDYY, MMYYY. Whichever is having the date type. For example, you are writing only date is the heading, sir 25, 26, you are writing something like this. Then it is not considered as the date. It is considered as the int or with respect to some other variable. But whereas when you are having in terms of something like this, 2510, 2610, 2024, when you are having like this, then only it is considered as date format. Okay. So, for example, you are having a column called as month. In a month, 1, 1, 1, heading is 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 3, like this you are having. Now it comes under which category? It comes under categorical. Okay, you have to replace them. 1 should be replaced with the January, 2 is just they are in the number format. Basically, they are English. 2 means, what is the meaning of 2 means? Second month. 3 means third month. Third month is nothing but March month. Is the point is clear? So whichever is in the date format, date means DD, MM, YYY, then only it is considered as time series data. Is the point is clear, everyone? So these are the 4 different types of data which will be available in the structured within the table. Now, if you have to take the flow chart, 2 types of flow charts are there. Don't write simultaneously, just observe first clearly. Okay. What are the data we are having? Within the structured data, first one is called as cross-sectional data. Cross-sectional data means which is not dependent on time. Second one is time series data. For some data set, time is important. For some data set, time is not important. Time variable is not important. For example, yesterday we have worked on the restaurant data. Date along with the time will be there. What we are going to do with that? Date and time also is there. Okay. What we'll do with that time variable? For example, at 1 o'clock, the bill is $12. At 1:05, the bill is $13. At 1:10, the bill is $14. Or at 1:15, the bill is $12. $8. Like this, you are having for each and every minute time is there. Now, what you are going to do? With that, any analysis you are going to do means, then it considers time series data. If the time variable is important, so time series variable is not important, means what are the column you are having, that is not important. We can remove that one. Then it is considered as cross-sectional data. Is the point is clear? Now, second, within the cross-sectional, we are having continuous. Second one is called as discrete. Continuous and discrete. Now, continuous means already I told you numerical with decimal. Discrete means each one separate. Each unique value will make the sense. Like in the count variable also I told you that each individually it will make the sense, not the interval. Continuous means interval, flow of numbers. The meaning of continuous means flow of numbers. Whereas discrete means each separate, single value. Within the discrete, we are having the count, we are having the categorical. So both of them basically comes under discrete. Discrete means each category will make the sense. Each unique value will make the sense. And within the categorical, that is nothing but text, we are having again 2 types. One is called as ordinal and second one is called as nominal. Ordinal and nominal. This is one type of flow chart. Now, what is nominal and ordinal? I will explain. Before going to that, second way of flow chart is same structured data. First step is cross-sectional data only. No difference in cross-sectional. Second one is time series. Time series is exclusively different data. Now, within the cross-sectional, you are having quantitative data. Quantitative, qualitative. Quantitative means which is in the number format. That means both continuous and count will comes under this. Both type of number data comes under quantitative. Qualitative means categorical. Categorical comes under qualitative, which is in the text format. And within the categorical, again 2 types. One is ordinal and nominal. Now, first let us understand what is quantitative. Quantitative means quantity. Quantity means number. How many kgs you want, or with respect to what is your weight. Everything will be in the number format. Quality means I'm asking how is the quality, whether it is a good quality or bad quality, which is in the text. Quality, this qualitative means quality. If I ask how the quality, you are going to say good. If I ask how much quantity you want, you are going to say in terms of numbers. How many apples you want, or how many in terms of kgs of sugar you want. Everything you are going to say in terms of number wise. You are not going to say in terms of text wise. So quantity. So continuous and both continuous and count variables, since they both are in the number format, they both comes under quantitative. But count is a discrete variable. count doesn't comes under, though it is in the number also, it is discrete variable. Each unique value will have the difference. Is the point is clear? So, yes. So we are giving the rating also, that describes about the quality also. Rating. For example, if you are providing the rating comes under again continuous variable, because rating can be 4.1, 4.2 like this. Text, whichever is in the text format. Okay. Text format only comes under categorical. Okay. Yeah. Please everyone take a note of this flow chart. Within the structured, this is all the within the structured. Now I have to explain for you what is ordinal and nominal. I will explain. First take a note so that I can erase and again I can write. Both of them are same. Just here both the continuous and count variables are in the numerical format. So they comes under quantitative. These both are in the numerical format. Completed? Cross-sectional data, time series data, continuous, discrete, DIS. Done? So both the flowcharts are correct only. Here, if you show that continuous and count comes under numeric also, or count comes under discrete also, both meanings are same. Okay, both the flowcharts indicates finally the same. Now, coming to this, so finally, how many how many different types of data are there? Miss count, continuous, categorical, and time series. Okay, next one is within the categorical, we are having the nominal and ordinal. So as I have told you, the each unique value, what are the unique value you are having? Each unique value is called as category. Okay, each unique value is called as category. For example, there is some order, some kind of order or sequence. order or sequence between the categories. If you are having any order of sequence between categories, then it is called as ordinal. If there is no sequence, no order or sequence, if there is no order or sequence between categories, is called as nominal. Okay, if there is a order or sequence between the categories, it comes under ordinal, and otherwise it comes under nominal. Okay, let's take an example for the nominal data separately. Now, nominal means every name comes under nominal only. Every name, any name, you take any name, person name, city name, country name, person name, country name, city name. Okay, for example, let us take like this. There is a column called as country. Country, India, Russia, USA. India, Russia, India, US, something you are having a column. First tell me what are the unique values are there in this column. Okay, first you have to separate like that. India, Russia and USA. These are the unique values which we are having. Now, once you have separated India, Russia and USA, can you make any order between them? That is, either India is greater than something, greater than symbol or less than symbol. If you are able to make greater than or less than symbol between them, then it is called as ordinal. Otherwise, it comes under nominal. Now, which country is high? India or Russia or USA miss? One person will say one answer. That is your opinion. That is your feeling. But there is no natural sequence between them. Sir, one student will say, US, sir. US, how? Sir, GDP wise, sir. Who told GDP? Where is that column? I told just names only, na. GDP, software jobs, number of companies, how many billionaires, where is these words? How you are deciding of yourself those things? Maybe from your perspective, GDP you are thinking. From my perspective, population I am thinking. Then obviously India will come into the first position. One more person will think from the nuclear weapons wise. Then Russia automatically will come in the first position. So, in what way you are thinking? So, there is no natural sequence between them. Natural sequence. Natural means by default the sequence should be there. It should be neither created by you or by me. If I ask any two students answer should be the same. Different students should not give the different opinions. If they are giving a different opinions means it is a nominal. For example, there is one more column called as gender. Male, female, male, female, like this. First you identify the unique values. Later we decide. Unique values are male and F. Now, is there any male is greater than female or female is greater than male miss? That is, if you say anything, something like that, that is your feeling only. If I ask females means females are greater than males. If I ask males means males are greater than females. Okay, individual person is having individual opinion, but there is no natural sequence between them. Both are same. Similarly, if I ask days, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like this, which day is best? That is your inner feeling. If you say this day is best means that is your feeling only. Person to person, the feelings will change. So there is no natural sequence between them. So they are called as nominal. For example, if I ask the name of the person, like Prabhas, Mahesh Babu, and Pawan Kalyan, if I give the names like this, which name is best? That is your feeling only again. If you say anyone means that is your feeling. If that name is best, means why you have not kept your name like that? If that is the best name. If you are saying that is best name means your name is first name. Huh? No, na. Here did I told that cinema heroes? No. Did I told that revenue? No. Did I told the individual character? No. Just their names. Okay, just their names. They are not cinema heroes, just their names. Okay, so and next coming to the letters, English letters. Heading is letters A, B, C, D, F. Whether they comes under nominal or ordinal. Letters. Nominal only. Which letter is best letter means nothing. Nothing is special. But the same thing, you are having the heading called as letter grade. Grade word is also added. Now A, B, C, D, F. Now they are not nominal. In this case, it is nominal. But the same unique values in another column, it is ordinal. Because A grade and B grade both are same. So A grade is greater than B grade is greater than C grade. That is from my perspective. Your perspective also answer is same only. Any one perspective, that is answer. It is not going to change. Is the point is clear? So the same unique values. Whether unique values are different in this column and in this column? No. Then what is difference? Column name is different. So first we have to understand the column name clearly. Based on that, we have to decide. Now you are having the column name called as shirt size. Small, L, XL, M, double XL, M, XL, L, something you are having. Now first tell me what are the unique values. S, M, L, XL, double XL, or whatever it is. Okay. Now every size is same? No. Then it comes under which category? Alphabets only now. But that comes under ordinal. Sir, what is the difference, sir? If I identify nominal and ordinal, what is the use? For nominal data, one type of analysis will be done. For ordinal data, one type of analysis will be done. You'll find the difference during the analysis. Now, is the point is clear? So total how many types of data are there within the structured means basically 4 are there. One is count, continuous, categorical, and time series. Now for different types of data, different data types will be there. How we are having different types of data in Python, and to store them, we are having the different data types like int, float, boolean, string, complex. Like this one data type is going to store one type of data. Similarly, for count data, we are having the different data type in SQL. For continuous variable, we are having a different data type. For categorical, we are having a different data type. And for time series, we are having a different data type. Based on the data, we are having the different data types to store the data. Now coming to the work of data analyst, what exactly a data analyst will do, and why we have completed first Python and now why we are learning the SQL. Why we are not learning any other content, or why we have not gone into the matplotlib, or all these things you'll understand now. Now coming to the work of a data analyst. Okay, from today the work of data analyst will start. Actual work of data analyst will start. Now what is the work of data analyst means? Descriptive analytics means describing the data. Describing or analyzing the given data. Describing or analyzing the given data is the work of a data analyst. That is the work of a data analyst. Okay, analyzing the data and presenting. What are the analysis you have done? You have to present. Because someone will give the project to you. For example, none of them has given your own project, then no need to present also. You will only understand. For example, you have to present to others. Someone has given the project to you means they have to give the money means you have to explain for them what are the things you have done. Then only they'll give the money to you. Right? So now in this, what are the steps involved? First one is, first we have to understand the project. First we have to understand the project. What is the project is about? project understanding. That is the first step. Second, first we have to collect the data. Related to that, collect the data. And we have to load the data. We have to understand the data. These three comes under data understanding. Collect, load, and understand the data. These three comes under heading of data understanding. First one is collect the data, load the data, and finally understand the given data. Is the point is clear, everyone? Now, first one, for collecting the data will be stored either in the Excel, structured data. Where the structured data will be stored generally is stored generally either in Excel. First one is Excel, second one is CSV, third one is database, fourth one is cloud. These are the four options. Small to high. Okay, small level means Excel is sufficient means Excel. If Excel is not sufficient means they'll go to the next level called as database. And what is the advantage of database when compared to Excel also we are going to see today. And from there cloud. Cloud will store very huge amount of data. Earlier it is big data. Now big data is not there. Everything is with respect to cloud. Right? Now this is the collect the data. So to collect the data, generally the data will be stored in the database. Mostly 99% of the cases, once you join in the company as a data analyst, you'll work on the database as a data analyst. Your work, for example, sir, it is in the cloud or high level is there, then it is going to be in the senior data scientist level, senior data analyst level, or either you will be the machine learning engineer. If you are joining in the company means you are called as junior data analyst or data analyst. Some companies will give the tag as junior. Some people will not give the tag. Just they say that data analyst. So whoever has selected as data analyst in any company, whether it is a startup to even advanced company like Accenture or IBM, if you take what are the MNC company also, most 99% of the cases, the data will be in the SQL. I mean database. So to select the data from the database, first we required is SQL. From there we have to start. And load the data. So how to load the data means, so we are going to connect the SQL with the Python. And we'll bring the entire data into the Python. And we'll do the game using the pandas, we'll play the game in the Python. Okay. And we are going to understand the data. After understanding the data, we are going to do the data pre-processing. That is nothing but data cleaning. We are going to do the properly and neat data cleaning. How we are going to do this data cleaning means data cleaning will be done using the Python. Okay, and from the SQL, I mean database, we are going to collect the data. For that we require SQL. And to load the data, either SQL or Python. Either we'll load the data in the SQL or using the Python. I will show you both the options. You'll understand automatically. Followed by data cleaning using Python. In the Python, which one means particularly pandas. Using the pandas, we can cleanly do data cleaning very easily. Very easily. Okay. And we can identify the unimportant variables which are not important to us. We can drop the futures. I mean, whichever unimportant variables are there, that is called as dimension reduction. Dimension reduction means dropping the unimportant variables. Dimension means number of columns. Reduction means reducing the number of columns, means dropping unimportant columns which are not important to us, just we are going to drop them. Right? Next, step number 4. Here we are going to do the data analysis. In the step 4, we'll do the data analysis. And this data analysis only will be done using the pandas, statistics. Now here you will get the statistics. When we are doing the analysis, you will get the statistics. Statistics, along with the statistics, either we can do in the pandas along with the statistics. Pandas plus statistics is one option, or Power BI plus statistics is one option. Power BI or Tableau. Even in the Power BI and Tableau also we can do, along with the combination of statistics. And once we do the data analysis, finally we are going to do the presentation. The presentation will be done either by using the Python. In the Python, we are going to understand what is Matplotlib and Seaborn. And we are going to analyze using the Power BI and Tableau. These are the options. So these are the steps involved. So in these entire steps, what is the first part we required is SQL. Now, sir, okay, sir, first part is SQL now. Then why you have spent for us first Python, and why you have stopped till pandas? Because once I explain the SQL, the last class of SQL, what is going to be the last class of SQL is how to connect the SQL with the Python. And I'll show you the connection. Once I show you the connection, remember, if you are very good at pandas, if you are interested, you can write even the notes in the notes also. If you are good at pandas, in your entire life, you will never open the SQL only. You will never open SQL in your entire life. You will never open. Okay, why, sir? Because once I show you how to connect the SQL with Python, connection with Python, you are going to directly extract the data into the Python. The entire data will be extracted into the Python, and we will do everything in the Python, because pandas code will be very easy when compared to SQL. Okay, that you'll understand later. And sir, it is compulsory to do in the Python only? No, choice is yours. I will show both of them. Whichever you feel easy, that is the best option. I will feel pandas is the best option. Why, sir? Because as a data scientist or as an AI engineer, I will work completely on the Python. Not only data analyst role now. Along with the data analyst, I will work as ML part also. ML will be done on what? Python only. AI will be done on what? Python only. So in my case, particularly in my case, in a day, okay, for example, if I am working for 8 hours, out of 8 hours, how much of time I will spend on the Python, how much hours I will not spend on the Python, means almost in a day, how much time is there? Every minute I will spend on the Python only. Every second I will spend on the Python only. Second one is not there for me. Python code only will be there. Jupyter notebook only will be there for me. Either internet will be there. Google Chrome and ChatGPT or something will be there to check. But within the coding part, only Python will be there. Okay, no other language I'm going to open, no other tool I'm going to open. Everything I'll do with the Python only, because once we are strong at one of them, anything can be done in this only. If you ask any question, I will do it in the Python only. Whatever is possible in Excel, you ask what are the question you want in the Excel, I will do in the Python. Whatever you want in the R language, I will do in the Python. Whatever you want in the SQL, I will do in the Python. Whatever you want in the Power BI, I will do in the Python. For all these things, Python is the superset. These are all the subsets for Python. Okay, Python is the superset of all these things. Statistics, I will do in the Python only. For that, again, separately, I will not use the statistical tool. Data visualization, I will do in the Python. Analysis, I will do in the Python. As a data analyst, I will do in the Python. As a engineer, Python is the only option. For that, no discussion. At least for data analyst, all these things will come. For AI, nothing is there. Only one word is there, called as Python. This is the only word. There is no other option. Even Elon Musk also has to use Python only. There is no other choice. Okay, even ChatGPT or whatever it is. In the cloud also, Python Jupyter Notebook only should be there. If you open Azure, in the Azure also, Jupyter Notebook only is there, Python only is there. It is connected to the Python only. So just since Python is having more advantage and more things, so first we should know the Python, the basics. And once we are good at Python, anything can be done. So that is the reason generally we'll start with the Python. That is the reason. Now we are coming in the sequential order, one by one. In what order the data analyst will work, in the same order will work. Starting from the SQL, followed by how to do the data cleaning in the pandas, and how to do the data analysis, and finally how to present. Same order, the workflow will be there. Learning also in the same order, work also in the same order. Is the point is clear? Yes. Yeah. Now coming to, as one of the student in the chat box is asking, sir, generally in the job description, it varies from the companies to companies. Some companies will ask either Power BI or Tableau, or either or, not both of them. And similarly Python or, not both of them, any one. And similarly in terms of different ETL tools. ETL tools, you can use any ETL tool or directly you can connect with the connections by using any connections. Okay, I'm going to show you how you have to connect the database to the Power BI, how to connect database to the Python, how you can connect everything. What is meant by ETL? ETL means extract, transform, and load. That is the meaning of ETL. Extract. What is meant by extract? Extract means extracting the data or selecting the data. As per your requirement, you are selecting the data. And once you select the data, transform. Transform means clean the data. Obviously, the data will not be in the right format. Some mistakes will be there. Some data types errors will be there. Transform them. Okay, which we call it as data pre-processing. And finally, load that one. Before in the Power BI, okay, load. So see here, just for your understanding purpose, since one of the student has asked the question, so for just for understanding purpose only, it gives a rough idea, but in detail we'll discuss in the class one by one. So let us take this as a Power BI, okay, which is by Microsoft. Now in the Power BI, just here, whatever we are having, see how to import the data from the Excel. Import the data from the SQL server. Why SQL server only they have given? Because it is Microsoft product. Excel why only they have given this? It is a Microsoft product. Other than these two, if you want, you can use the get data from all these things. From different sources, we are going to get the data. Almost 70 plus sources are available. 70 plus. Okay, these are all the various things. Okay, and we can extract the data. Now in the market, multiple mobile companies are there. Samsung is there, Nokia is there, Apple is there, Vivo is there, Oppo is there, Realme, MI, multiple companies are there. Why you selected that particular mobile only, that company only? You will find something interesting according to your feeling. Similarly, companies also, multiple databases are there. They will see their futures, what the futures they want, and what is the price, and which one they feel comfortable. The companies will purchase according to their choice. There are different companies. Database companies. One company will use one company database, another company will use another company database. But almost, if you know how to use MI mobile, can't you use Samsung mobile? Now, what is the difference between MI and Samsung mobile? OS is different now. Both the OS are not same, right? Of course, Android is common. I'm not saying Android. Apart from the Android, what are the user interface is there? For Samsung, different user interface. For MI, different user interface. But you are familiar with all the tools, right? Settings, you know, camera, how to switch on, you know, how to set the different options within the camera, you know. Now, if you know one of the mobile how to use of Android mobile, can't we use another Android mobile? Similarly, if you know one of the database, similar way we can use another database, light changes will be there. Sir, why that light changes, sir? For example, if Samsung mobile is there, as it is, MI is there, not even minute difference. Then Samsung will keep quiet. They will file a case, copyright issue. They copied from everything from us. Similarly, one company database, another company Astis is there, means it is going to be a copyright issue. Something they have to do modification. In the bikes also, multiple bikes are there. Why you are selecting that particular bike only? Companies are there, models are there. Why you are selecting, means you find something, some additional feature in that which is you are interested. Every person may not be interested with the same feature. You are interested with some feature and you have got interest and you have purchased. Similarly, your company owner has felt that is more important for us and he has purchased that one. Since he has purchased that one, we also has to work on that. For example, you are working every day on Samsung mobile you are using every day, and you know what are the options are there, where the exact options are located, everything you know. Suddenly one day I have brought the Oppo mobile to you. Now how much time it will take to understand that Oppo mobile for you? And wherever the options are there, camera button is common, but within the camera again options will be there now. What are the options to check all these things? How much time it will take? And whether it is in the others like inbuilt features like mobile phone or settings, all these things to understand how much time it will take, means one day. Same way, this one also. One company database, if you know, another company database is less than 1 day. Slight difference will be there. Overall, everything is same. All the structured databases are same. Okay. Now, for example, let me try to load the data from the Excel for understanding purpose. Simple case. Let me take an example. Okay, since just for as one of the student has asked the question, what are the question extract, transform, load. For showing that one only, I'm selecting all these things. Just it is an example purpose only, guys. I'm not going to explain anything. Once I have loaded, so this is called as extract. I have completed extract in front of you. This is called as extract. If I connect to the database, then also it is called as extract. After extracting, now what are the data I'm having? Here two options are there. One is load and one is called as transform. Now once I click on the transform data, it is going to redirect to a separate page called as Power Query, where we are going to do some kind of modifications. So if you want to add a new column, you are going to add. If anything is there wrong, you are going to delete, or any modifications. Any modification comes under Power Query, which is called as transform. Now once, for example, your transform is completed, okay, you don't want to do any modifications. Now then what we are going to do? Directly we are going to do the load. Transform you want, you are going to do the transform. From there you are going to do the load. After doing the transformation, click on the save. Save means nothing but load. This is extract, transform, load within the Power BI. Is your question is clear? As a data analyst, this is extract, transform, load. Okay, separately we no need to have any kind of separately ETL tools. That is the reason in your syllabus copy also ETL tool is not there. ETL word is there, but ETL tool is not there. If you want, you can check your syllabus copy. In the day one, what are the syllabus copy we have shared? Is your question is clear? Whoever has asked the question, right? Now coming back. It is you are checking with respect to companies like 1 or 2 companies, that same company which is using that one may not use the Python. Now, for example, you are having the 100 different companies, 100 different requirements. Everything cannot be solved in the single one. Is the point is clear? So just we are applying here in this case mode. Mode means most repeated one, which is most repeated. Out of 100 companies, 80 to 90 companies what they are using. For example, tomorrow you might require any one different one. That is your requirement. For your requirement, we can't create a course for that, right? Example purpose, pure example purpose. So every company will have some requirements. Every company requirement we cannot solve. That depends on the individual. We are going to work on the 90% of the companies. Okay. Now coming back. So this is the order. Okay, order of doing the work, and we are going to analyze. First one, we will start with the SQL. Now SQL, that is nothing but database. Based on the database, different rows are there. In the database also again different rows are there. Different persons will do different works. For example, we are having the office peon. What generally the peon will do? What are the works we assign? He will do that one, the basic works, and along with that tea and coffee he'll serve. And he'll take the files from one place to another place or something, all these things, right? This is the peon work. Now, whether the, for example, some kind of the IT companies, in the IT company also, for CEO also outside one peon will be there. What that peon will do? He will not take the files, because nowadays files will not be there. Manual files will not be there. Everything is in the mail only. Now he is going to set the chairs in a proper way. He'll clean the dust, and he will give the cool drinks or tea or coffee, whatever it is. There the work is different. So here in the database, different people are having. First person is called as the database developer. Database developer, or in terms of full stack developer. Full stack developer or backend developer. Okay. Now these people, what they'll do generally means, first they'll create the database. Within the database, they will create the tables, multiple tables they'll create. And they'll give the connection. What are the connection is there now? The connection to the for the website to database, connection of website to database. They'll give the connections. They'll connect them. What are the databases there? They'll try to connect them. Right? So this is the work of the database developers. They'll connect them. They'll create the database, they'll create the tables, and they will insert the data, means they'll load the data into this. And if any modifications are required, they'll do the modifications or deletions and everything. A full stack developer is going to create the website, and in the backend, he'll create one database. The moment you enter in the website the details and click on the submit button, automatically the data will be stored in the database. They're giving the connection in that way. For example, if you open the Naresh ID website and if you fill the form, the data will be stored automatically in the database in the backend. What are the database was connected, right? This is the database developer work. Now, second, we are having the database admin. And what is this admin will do means, he is the responsible for the security of the data. He will give the permissions, who has to access the data and what type of permissions. For example, your Google Drive is there. I have given the Google Drive access, and only my students can access the Google Drive. Others can access the Google Drive means no. Second, at least can you do the modifications in my Google Drive? No, you can't even do any modifications. Means if you want to insert your examples or your Python files, can you insert that data in the Google Drive? Means no. I have given the permissions in such a way. The others cannot use that one. For example, tomorrow, some of the students are going to quit the course, maybe. Then what I'm going to do, immediately I'll cancel the permission. What are the permission I have given the Google Drive permission? We will cancel the permissions also. Cancel, or which called as revoke. Revoke means cancel. We will grant the permissions. We will cancel the permissions. And we'll select the type of permission also. What type of permission, what they can do, which other things can be done, limitations or no limitations. No limitations means they can do whatever they want. If I give the permissions like that, what they'll do means they will delete my notes and they'll add their notes. Now, is there any pause? For example, there is a mistake. I only have done the mistake. Okay. Now I have given the some spelling mistake in somewhere. And one of the student has identified, sir, in the notes you have given something, sir, but it is a wrong answer, sir. I mean, you have done some kind of spelling mistake or something you have identified. Can you modify that one? No, you have to tell me. I only can modify that one. I have not given the permission you to modify that one. That is admin work in the company. So admin will take the permissions. Sorry, admin will give the permissions or will cancel the permissions. Once you join in the company, the data will be given the permission by the admin. Manager will say to the admin that give the permission to this person. Immediately you will get the access. And that is data security. Now, for example, if you are working, the company will provide one laptop. In that laptop only you will find the database. Or for example, you are having your own laptop and they have given for your own laptop only database permission, and you went to your relative house one day, and due to some weather condition you are staying there only. You are unable to come back. Okay, you are there, but your laptop, working laptop, is not there with you. Okay, assume that Sunday you are in the relative's house and you are not having the laptop, and due to the weather conditions you are not able to come back to your own house and you can't collect the laptop. Now Monday you are staying in the relative house. Now there, since you are staying back there, since you are not having the laptop with you, you are unable to work. Then one of your relative has told that I'm having my laptop, please take this one and work. Then are you going to take that laptop and can you work? Miss? No, because database will not be there. Permissions will not be there for that particular laptop. Now what you have to do, you have to call to the manager and you have to tell the entire story. This was happened, give the permission for this laptop so that I can work on this particular laptop. But manager will reject that one, because you will work on temporarily that day. After completing that day, again you will go back to your home. Now data will be in that database. I mean, data will be in that laptop still. For example, your relative has leaked the data outside. Who will be responsible? Sir, my relative will, why do they will do like that? Means who knows? Why company has to take the risk? They are not blaming, but they don't want to take the risk. Immediately they have to cancel the permission. The moment you complete the work, immediately they have to cancel the permission. Now manager will check, okay, whether it has to be given the permission or not. And if the permission was given, then after immediately the moment you complete the work, immediately they have to cancel the permission, so that the database will not be available in that laptop. The data will not be available. You cannot see. You cannot use. So there is a double work will be there in the back end. That is the reason simply manager will say that don't do anything, take a leave. Okay, no need to do in your friend's laptop or relative's laptop, simply take a leave. For example, same thing was happened to one of my friend. Okay, during the March 2020, the first lockdown, he has went to one of the relatives' house and Bharat Bandh. Next day morning, Modi has announced that lockdown for 2 weeks. Manager has told that work, but we have not prepared for that, right? We have not taken, whenever we go to our friend's house or relative's house, we'll take the company's laptop. No, casually we'll go, right? He also went like that. Now suddenly he has to work from home due to the COVID lockdown. Now it is 2 weeks. They have to give the permission. one of their relatives' laptop is there, and we ask it to give the permission to that laptop, and he has to install everything. But installation is a different process. That is a different one. And they have to give the permissions. But the permissions team who is working and all these things, they have tried, but it is not working in their laptop. What they have done is take 2 weeks of rest. Loss of pay. Half salary was gone. Sir, after that at least, no, 3 months. It is continuation lockdown of 3 months, right? 3 to 4 months, approximately, the first lockdown. And finally, his job also lost. So one day he has forgot the laptop for that job only. There might be a situations, guys. There might be a situations. We can't say. So from that only, the advance of cloud technology has came into picture. Nowadays, if you are not able to have the laptop also, we can even work in the cloud also. Okay, advance was changed. Okay, but permissions will be given by the admin. He is responsible for the data. He will give the permissions. Anything happens, he is responsible. He is the person, main person. If any wrong data was entered, anything you are changing, he is the responsible. For example, you are working in the HDFC Bank and you are analyzing the HDFC Bank loans data, and you have observed one of your friend. Let us assume you are working and you have seen Sivaram Krishna, my name. And aside you have seen the phone number. You know my phone number or my mail ID, everything you know. Then you have called me. Sir, have you taken the loan in HDFC Bank? Yes. Sir, how much, sir? Here it is displaying 30 lakhs, sir. Yes, I have taken 30 lakhs and till now I have paid 3 lakhs, till balance 27 lakhs. Okay, sir. I'm going to modify your 27 lakhs to 7 lakhs. In the database, I'll modify your data from 27 lakhs to 27 lakhs only. So 20 lakhs is going to be profit for you now. Send me one or some kind of car, sir, to my home. So that you can save something, I can save something. Now what happens if they give the permission like that to edit that one? Next day morning, HDFC Bank has to close. Simple. So they can't give the permissions. Editing option will not be given. If you have found something wrong also, you have to intimate to your team lead. You have to send a mail that this is the problem and here there is some error, and that person only have the edit option. And whoever is having the edit option, who is editing also in the database, we can identify. If someone has edited, later we can identify who has edited that one also. And database admin is responsible for that. Database admins will give the edit option only for the senior people, not for the juniors. Okay, that to manager level or client, this team lead position people. What are the any wrong thing you have observed, you have to forward. Same thing, you have observed something, you have to send me a mail only. You can't do modifications in the Google Drive as per your choice. Same way, right? And third one is data analyst. Now, what is data analyst means? Data analyst is not going to create the database. Data analyst will not do anything. He will collect the data and he will analyze the data. Collect the data and he will analyze the data. For example, you are hired as a data analyst in the Naresh IT only. Assume, let's take an example. And Naresh sir has asked you to do the analysis. What is analysis? Shiva, I want last 1 year data analysis report. 1 year data analysis report. What is analysis report, sir? So how many batches we have conducted in Naresh IT in last 1 year? In that, how many data science related batches? How many morning batches? How many evening batches? Which trainer has taken more number of batches? And how many students has enrolled in the each batch? How many students has got the place? Which trainer has given the more amount of placement percentage? All these details I want. Which one? Last 1 year. Now assume that I have hired today only. Today morning I have hired, and he has told me that Shiva, do this analysis and give me the analysis report of last 1 year. Now, should I go back to 1 year and I have to create the database? Huh? No, no. Should I collect the data? Na? Should I ask the each and every student, have you got the placed or not? That is my work. Or what I have to do? Who is going to do all these things? In Naresh IT, multiple teams are working. For example, on the day one, you have came to Naresh IT, counselors will be there. They are going to discuss about the course. You'll ask some questions, they'll answer that questions initially. And after that, admin will be there. He will collect your name, phone number, email address, all these things. Fees collection person is different. He will collect the fees. Another person is there who will set the classroom and the painting and everything and neatly everything. And what is my work? To explain the students clearly for them, and what are the doubts they are having in the class, solve them. That is my work. After the class, if they are having the doubts, mentors. That is the reason mentors are hired. What is their work? Doubt clearings. Doubt clearing when? In the class. They'll come in the class and they'll clear the doubts. No, na. They'll come after the class. After the class, doubt clearance is mentor. In the class, doubt clearance is by trainer. That is the work they have assigned to us. After the class, I will not clear the doubts. In the class, mentors will not come into the class and clear the doubts. Because I am not working in Naresh IT for 24/7 now. To respond every one minute, what are the doubts are there. There will be certain times for me. They are paying according to that only for me. If I have to clear after the class doubts also miss, they have to pay for me extra. That is not my work. So what are the work was assigned to me, I will do that work. What are the work was assigned to admin, admin will do that work. What are the work was assigned to the mentor, mentor will do the work. My work mentor will not do, mentor work I will not do. Fees collecting is my work. Did I collected your fees? Did I give the receipts for you? Did I call at least for you? Did I know what is your names at least till today? At least online students I can know, because their names will be displayed. Your names, doubts only you can ask. I don't know even one student name also till today. If you say also, I don't remember, because highly impossible. These many students' names to remember. I know that one. My memory is not that much of high. So waste of asking also. Right? So simple. Here the point is one person will work in one way. Data analyst work is to collect the data and to analyze the data. And admin will give the permission to me. And we'll analyze the data. Is the points are clear? So in every company, first job role will be there, responsibilities will be there. First we have to understand our responsibilities. What are the things we have to do? I can't do my CEO's work. I will not do the project manager's work. I will do my work only. Others' work I will not interfere, they will not interfere, my work. Similarly, this one also same. Different people will work in a different. Sir, all these things will be done by a single person means, why these many rows? Directly ask only data analyst. If everything is done by a single person, why these many separate roles? Database admin also by data analyst, data collection also admin, data analyst means, why these many roles in the IT industry? Is the point is clear? Like this, we are going to have. So first we are going to create the database. In that, create the tables and store the data first. Admin has to give the permission means first data should be there. Analyze has to be done means data should be there. First, how to collect the data, that is important. And how to create the database and tables, and inserting the data means storing the data. Insert or store the data. First you have to do this. Then admins will give the permissions, data analyst or data scientist will do the analysis. Is the points are clear, guys? And from tomorrow we'll start with the SQL and what is database, what are the different data types, and how to create the tables, everything. From creating the tables to inserting the data, modifying the data, selecting the data, giving the permissions to the data, everything I'll show you. Everything will be covered. And particularly which is more important for data analyst is collecting the data is more important. Collecting means nothing but extracting or selecting the data. If you remember in the pandas, what is the first step we have done? Create. Here also we are going to create the tables. In the pandas, what we have done, the second one is we have kept in the data in that. So here also data will be there first. After data, select. Select means selecting the data. And you are going to modify the data. Modify the data means you may add the columns, you may delete the columns, you may replace the values, single value or multiple values, anything, any modification. And finally, we are going to do some kind of operations. Same thing will be done in the database also, within the SQL also, right? So we'll continue in the tomorrow's class. If you are having any question, yes, we will do completely practical knowledge, and tomorrow I'll show you how to install the SQL also, how you have to download the SQL and how to work. But one thing I'm going to say clearly is, where if you know the pandas very clearly, SQL is of dead easy. SQL is dead easy. And you can do even the data cleaning in the Python and SQL also. In SQL also, we can do the data cleaning. In Power BI also, we can do the data cleaning. Three of them, we can do the data cleaning. Okay, in the Power BI transform is, Power Query is used for exclusively for data cleaning only. Right? Where now coming to this task, last one. Coming to the task, as just in the task, that is pandas task, the data sets are not uploaded. One of the student has sent me the message or mail, and I have uploaded. And that too, instead of creating a separate folder, topic wise task, and some students are confusing. So in the same folder, I have kept the folder called as task. So which is related to SQL. Task also will be in the SQL folder only. Okay, separate folder was task. In this only task will be there, solutions also will be there directly. Notes will be bottom, task will be on the top in every folder. Okay, just you can open this is notes. This is our general notes. You can open the task. In the task, you will have the arrays along with the pandas. For pandas, whatever the data sets are required, already have added the data sets. Total 3 data sets are required. 3 data sets I have added. Try to complete the task by today. So that anyways, SQL will be started, database will be started from tomorrow. Right? Try to complete today. And your NumPy arrays answers are already uploaded. You can cross check. By today, end of the day, I will upload the pandas solutions. Okay, try to complete by today. After the class, please go to the lab and try to complete everything by today. Done. Still, any questions? Srivardhan, please ask what are the question you are having. Yeah, others, if you're not having any questions, you can leave. Sir, can I get the link for the Google Classroom? The link which admin has sent is not working. No. Coming to Revant, we are going to work on the MySQL. We are going to work on the MySQL. Test, we'll have the test tomorrow. Okay, today you are going to complete the pandas now. We'll have the test tomorrow. After the class, we'll have the test tomorrow. Okay, because some of the students has not completed the pandas task, right? So today while practicing pandas, they'll learn more things. So let us conduct the test tomorrow. Try to complete all the tasks by today. Revant, we are going to use MySQL. And Srivardhan, you have to connect with the admin only regarding that. Srivardhan. Again, you have to send one more message to the admin stating that the previous link is not working. That is only by admin. I can't do anything in that. Done.